Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network. We are live. It is a Tuesday. That means we're shifting away from Underdog. We're into the DraftKings Best Ball Streets. We are live, fanspeak.com. Tyler, how are we doing today?
We're doing good. Ready to draft another DraftKings team. Doesn't seem like this lobby's going to fill up spread. We might have some nice overlay in this lobby. I mean, just clicking in today, it said there was only 500,000 of the.
Here's the thing about DK, though. I think they have so many more casual drafters that I think that they're late, like Labor Day run and, that last week. I think it's a lot higher than Underdogs.
You think?
Because I think all like the home league bros jump in then.
Yeah, but we're getting close to those weekends where like all these guys are gonna go into some backyard and draft their little redraft league.
And I'm just saying, since they're starting their prep now they're probably starting on DraftKings, where I think Underdog is like the hardcores, right? They're studying rookie tape, they're watching all these preseason games, which is the perfect segue, Tyler. Because did you watch the preseason games, and are you ready to overreact? Because you know that I am.
I watched some of them. I didn't watch a lot of them. I mean, some of those games did coincide with a UFC not pay-per-view, but a fight card spread. And I sent you the one knockout we seen on Saturday. So I was pretty much watching that. But I did catch some of the Steeler game. Seen some of their guys looked good. I mean, Skylar Thompson looked like he was a real quarterback. So who knows how many quarterbacks the Steelers are going to keep. Just came across Underdog said Rondell Moore suffered season-ending knee injury, so another guy down for Atlanta. And they're not talking up Darnell Mooney. They said he's still banged up, so might be Drake London 15 targets to start the year, every game spread. So.
I mean, the way that Penix goes through his reads, it might have been Drake London 13 targets every game, right? I mean, the guy seems to lock in on his first read. We'll see if he develops. Obviously, only 3 games, but one of the things about Penix coming out of school was he was supposed to be one of the most league ready, kind of like Bo Nix, right? With all the experience they got playing in the Big Ten, playing in the Pac-12, blah, blah, blah. For Nix, it was SEC and then Pac-12. They should be ready to hit the roll. So, first of all, if your first read's open, you might as well throw it. And Drake London seemed to get open a lot. It's not like it was a low percentage on those targets. But yeah, just screaming more and more Drake London. And I'll tell you what, Tyler, looking into it a little more with this Stafford uncertainty, we're also buying Puka off a 2 years ago season, not last year's season. Yep. Why are we drafting Puka Nacua ahead of Drake London, Tyler? I was thinking that to myself this morning.
I mean, now it's really all the Stafford injury stuff. Like if Stafford's there, I'm drafting Puka over Drake London. But if Stafford's going to be banged up and not playing, it's going to be Jimmy G. Then I can understand taking London. Over.
I just think that if we think Adams and Puka are going to get like 11 targets each, and I'm going to get 15 for Drake, I don't know why, right? We talk about target competition all the time, and it just feels like, who's the target competition? Kyle Pitts? Yeah, give me more Drake London. I think we should be moving him off the board. All right, Tyler, are we ready? Shedeur Sanders probably goes, round 5 now after that performance this weekend. What did you think? Are you ready to overreact? Every time I go back to this, right? Didn't your guy Kenny Pickett look like an all-star in preseason? Didn't my guy Aiden O'Connell look like the second coming of Derek Carr during preseason? How are we reacting to this news? For example, we know with these defenses that this quarterback success isn't necessarily that good, right? And we've talked about it before. We're just worried about when you look bad, JJ McCarthy. How are you doing this? Are we ready to start drafting Shedeur in round 5? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, first off, we got to get to the my guy thing about Kenny Pickett. That is not my guy. He could be sitting right next to me right now. I'd just look him square in his face and tell him he's not my guy.
Player on your favorite team at the time.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
Were you excited at the time? I'll be honest. I bought into the Aiden O'Connell hype. I'm guilty.
I didn't. When Pickett was drafted, I just turned off the draft that year. I was like, this is screwed. They only took him because he was a Pitt kid.
Well, I just thought that, hey, it's going to be like this Bo Nix deal where the kid's pro ready and he might not get any better, but he should be serviceable, and he wasn't. And he's not going to be, which is why.
Here's the thing. I'm not a big Bo Nix guy, but if we're going to compare these two,
not even close.
Bo Nix played in the SEC as a true freshman and was able to get Auburn to about 8 to 9 wins against real defenses. Mm-hmm. Then he transferred over to Oregon and played in a fast-paced offense and got to learn that a little bit. Yeah. Kenny Pickett was barely average for 3 years, or actually 4 years. Then in his fifth year, Jordan Addison showed up.
Yeah.
And then Jordan Addison caught 1,800 yards and was the best wide receiver in the nation by a mile. And that's the year Kenny Pickett blew up. It's the only year he had good. He was the Jordan Addison merchant.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Michigan State coach, Mel Tucker, going back to my guy, Kenny Walker, right? I looking at it seems like Kenneth Walker got him that $50 million extension or whatever he received because as soon as Walker was gone. So we've seen this before with quarterbacks and wide receivers carrying the way. Talk to me. Is Genty going to fall in the drafts, Tyler? Not a good day, but I'll tell you what, we had backup offensive linemen in for most of those carries. I'm actually happy. Let's get Genty at a discount. What do you think?
I think he was I think he was a little too high drafting as it is. Mm-hmm. It was only 3 carries, so you can't take much of it, and it was the backup offensive lineman.
Yeah,
but the little thing I would just note in my head is what we talked about all offseason. How many of these broken tackles when you're playing on the CW at 11 p.m. Eastern time against Idaho State aren't broken tackles in the NFL?
Yeah, and he had 2 games against what we would call the top competition, the SEC and the Pac-12, and he only did good in one of them.
He did good in the playoff game, but if you look back, he was pretty much all they had in that playoff game. Like, they just fed him the ball. Yeah. So it was like, you're going to get there one way or another, either on volume or you're going to finally break one. So
I was surprised the Raiders, I thought with Pete Carroll returning to Seattle, they'd be fired up. Our team looked pretty flat and didn't seem to care at all.
Yins produced the picture of the year already.
What, them flipping off the crowd?
When Gino flipped off the fan that had the sign, like, that's the picture of the year already, Fred.
What did the sign say?
It said something about Gino being a bust or something. I'd have to go back and look. Let me see if I can find it.
Man, hopefully we get a picture of Darnold flipping you off by the end of the year. Are you planning on going to any Seattle games and carrying signs, Tyler?
I mean, you can flip me off from the bench when he gets benched.
All right, if we win one of these big drafts, right? When you're sending me money, you're going to deduct some. I will pay for you to fly to Seattle and hold up a sign at Sam Darnold. So remember that when
if we win enough money, I'll get on the field and give the sign to Sam Darnold.
No, we don't want you arrested. I need you here doing content with me.
Also, that sign said bigger bust, Gino or Jamarcus Russell.
I mean, that's stupid.
Yeah.
All right. I can't even believe you reacted to that. That's not even it's not even close to being reality. Okay.
It was held up by a Seattle fan. So it was like,
yeah, of course. But you know what's so funny is Gino was only not a bust in Seattle.
Yeah, it's just the disrespect.
Pretty terrible everywhere else.
I took over as your starter after Russ. I did good for you guys for 2 years, basically, and then you treat me like this.
Yeah, and I got you a 3rd-round draft pick, right? So, all right, let's check the chat real quick, Tyler.
I bet you one thing that fan knows, Fred, and he's angry about it, is he let Gino go, and now he wasted $100 million on Sam Darnold.
Looks a lot better than J.J. McCarthy to me, but we'll discuss that here in a bit. To hate or not to hate, that is the question. Where do you think Mike Robb will land today? Do you think he's going to be a supportive team Fanspeak chatter, or do you think he's going to be bitter? Do you think he's going to be
he'll be hating today?
Yeah, I think he's going to be hating too. Jamie's in the chat.
You're going to have me trying to draft guys way ahead of ADP after these overreactions.
That's what we're here for, Tyler. Meg's in the chat. Good to see you, Meg. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so speaking of Fanspeak, well, let's finish the chat here real quick. Meg agrees with me on Drake London, so finally the chat agrees with me for once. Hallelujah. Spunky, I had to send this to you. Felix Castro tweeted it out. I'll send it to you if you need it. There's some flash sale that you can opt into right now, Tyler.
I think I'm already opted into it. I'll check on my phone.
Just making sure that you're taking advantage of that. So we appreciate that, Spunky. And Spunky had one other thing that I was supposed to remind you about. I think I think he wanted to make a gentleman's agreement that we both wouldn't do stacks involving week 8 buys. So put that in the chat though, Spunky, and I'll remind Tyler. CW catching strays from Tyler, but the question is, will Tyler be catching strays from Mike Robb here on the Fanspeak Network? Guys, make sure you like the show, subscribe to the channel. A lot of stuff going on right now at Fanspeak, Tyler. I'm going to break it down for him real quick, and then you can go ahead and give me some more of your preseason takes because it's so fun to watch all these quarterbacks look good against vanilla cover 2 defenses that just play very plain. All right, so fanspeak.com. Here's what we got going on. At 800 YouTube subs, two of the members of the channel are gonna play each other on Best Ball Jeopardy. So if you want a chance to go on there, test your knowledge with the great hosting of Justin Bruni, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Not even a member of the 300, the $34.99, not even that. Just to be subbed to the channel, you are eligible. At 900 YouTube subs, Tyler, if we do that by Friday before Labor Day, and we could chill at $8.99, guy. I kind of want to barbecue and hang out with hot chicks. All right. If we hit 900 YouTube subs by Friday of Labor Day weekend, we were going to do a 9-hour live stream on Labor Day. Tyler, do you think that the viewers of this channel can prevent me from hanging out with beautiful women wearing Stars and Stripes bikinis on Labor Day? What do you think? Can the chat do it? Are they up for it? Are they up for it? All right, I'll cancel my plans. I'll start disappointing them now. All right. I'll let them know because I'm going to be pissed. They're going to be even more pissed when I'm not there. Okay. When we hit 1K, we're going to schedule a 24-hour live stream for the big board next season. And I know that Tyler, being a West Coast guy and having that weird schedule, I think I'm going to be called upon for it. And it's going to be kind of wild, right? Because I'm used to going to bed early and getting up early. So I'll just be up at 2 a.m, 5 hours of sleep in my body, hot cup of coffee, and I'll be ready to bring some good content here. So yeah, Spunky is asking right now, will you make the gentleman's agreement that we're not going to do week 8 buy stacks? You don't have to though, Tyler. This is completely up to you.
I can't guarantee that spread. I can't tell you that before the draft because if somebody falls right in my lap, you think I'm just gonna let somebody pass because I have an agreement for a week 8 buy stack to not get picked? No,
Spunky, I did my best, Spunky. I did my best.
Spread, you know what that is?
Yeah.
That's that good old like, hey man, we're playing pickup basketball. I want that kid on my team. But if I pick this other kid first, you can't pick him. You got to leave him there for me. It's literally what he just told you, and you were going to fall for it.
I'm a gullible dude, Tyler.
No.
That's how
those friends in the chat.
That's how those Stars and Stripes bikinis were going to trick me into barbecuing for them all day. But instead,
we're all friends until I click this enter button on this draft. No, we're enemies.
All right. Tyler, we had some injuries this week, though, right? Tyjae Spears, that's a player we were out on. We had a little bit of Tony Pollard, but you got to think that increases his ADP, and as his ADP rises up the board, I think that it is appropriate, and I will continue to target Tony Pollard. What do you think of the Tyjae Spears news?
Yeah, it was a high ankle sprain. I mean, that could be something that
could be a little while.
It's already a 4-week injury, so and it could be one that lingers all year. I mean, your guy we talked about, Kenneth Walker, he is still dealing with ankle issues from that high ankle sprain from last year. That is a whole off season later. Like that's no bueno for a guy who's more of an explosive running back, could do these little checkdowns out of the backfield and take them for big gains. I think it hinders him a lot, but I was already in on Pollard because I know the coach said he was
way better last year just on tape. I feel like Tyjae Spears and Trey Benson's were our 2 backups that we thought, these guys are equivalent to the starters, and they weren't even close.
And it's not even just that. It's the fact that the coach said the same thing last offseason. He said, I want this backfield to be a 50-50 split. And about week 4 to 5,
right? Oh no, same coach.
No, it's still the same. It's still the same coach. Yeah. He wanted this backfield to split last year 50-50. And it looked like Pollard was 70-30 in the end. Now he's already hurt.
You cannot have your offensive linemen out there busting their ass, risking injury on every play, going through a car wreck on every single play, and not feed the player that is completely superior, right? I mean, that's the thing we love about the NFL. Your contract does not earn you playing time like the NBA. So it's one of the most biggest meritocracies we have left in America is the National Football League. So we were already high on Pollard. We were already kind of out on Spears unless he really fell a lot. And so that didn't really affect us too much. Tyler, did we talk about the Rashawn Slater injury? Did that happen since our last show? I think it happened after the show.
I think it happened after the show. It happened Wednesday.
Yeah, actually it did. It happened on Thursday because I jumped on Spunky's show with him on Friday, and it was fresh news then. I'll kind of just repeat what I said. I mean, this really has to bring Hampton shares down. And just every single time we look at the Chargers and we get excited by the roster, we get excited by the coach, we get excited about the quarterback. Just remember this franchise cursed. Like Dean Spanos has done terrible things, not only in this lifetime, but in like 5 lifetimes before. And leaving San Diego is one of them.
Yeah, I mean,
so you might not even be using
that
karma.
legit.
It could be this life's karma.
That legit proved to anyone that didn't believe that curse was real, because when they looked like they were starting to turn the corner, that lineman puts pen to paper.
Najee blows his face off, and you lose your lineman.
Yeah, that was the signaling before the storm spread, was him blowing his eye out.
Yeah, right. It was the canary.
Because then they give the lineman all the money.
Yeah,
they give the lineman all the money. His knee blows out, and it's not even just like a season-ending injury. All the doctors are saying like this might be even worse than that. He might not play again.
And then you got Joe Walton. You're screwing his career. He played left tackle in Notre Dame. He played right tackle. Now you got to go move him back to left. And these linemen, when you listen to their interviews, they will always say switching sides is not as easy as you think. It's one of the hardest things in sports. A lot of them say, I'd rather move from right tackle to right guard than from right tackle to left tackle because of how much different all your technique is. Even the foot you have standing back to start the play. Your offset stance everything is different. So I have faith in Harbaugh. I still think they're going to be a competitive team, but it's just things like this that take them from like, boy, they might be able to win the division, or this could be a sneaky, Super Bowl long shot, to just I'm out. It's just as far as
I wasn't getting them any higher than maybe they sneak in the division title. I didn't think they were ever going to contend for the Super Bowl, but I'm not fully out on Hampton. Like, I'm not just dropping him because he lost a lineman. Let's not forget.
I think the ADP is going to be right.
But let's not forget, like, he was getting drafted this high, and then his backup loses an eye. His backup's eye ain't coming back in just because he lost a lineman. Like, he's still going to get all the carries.
Okay, so we got that going on.
All the Green Bay wide receivers are banged up that aren't named Matthew Golden. Reed's in a walking boot. Wicks is hurt. Yeah. Dubes went down today. Watson's, we don't even got to talk about that. He's always hurt. Matthew Golden's going to look like the guy there for the first couple weeks for sure.
Yeah, a player who I've been high on that I'm kind of reconsidering is Josh Jacobs on the touchdown regression.
Yeah, he had a lot of touchdowns.
That was my other thought on Green Bay. I just wanted to throw out there. Of course, we saw Cleveland. Shador look good. I mean, I don't understand how you don't just throw him out there.
You can't throw him to the wolves. You can't.
You don't think so? Who cares?
No, you don't. You don't do that. Yeah, let's sacrifice the next quarterback we think is going to be good.
But do they even have plans for him? They completely disrespect him. He comes out, he looks great. Well, I don't know if he looks great. I mean, here and there. So his stats looked really good. His highlights looked really good. Did hold on to the ball for a couple plays. Too many, taking some bad sacks and stuff. So it's a mixed bag. But he's the only one on that team that has the potential to be a starter on a division-winning team. Right.
Well,
I mean, everyone's like, Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. I'm like, yeah, that was 14 years ago.
Let's go through their schedule. Like, you really just going to sacrifice them? Week 1, home for the Bengals. Week 2, at the Ravens.
An easy defensive matchup, though.
Week 3, Packers. Week 4, at the Lions. Week 5, Vikings. Week 6, Steelers. If we just going to sacrifice this dude, he's going to get mauled in the first 6 weeks. Then they got to go draft another one, spread. Rinse and repeat. They're right in the same spot they are. You sacrifice Kenny Pickett for the first.
So what do you want to
weeks.
do? Bring Shedeur in week 7 or something?
Yes.
Maybe that's the plan.
You're not winning anything this year. Why put him out there and kill his self-esteem in the first 7 weeks? Just because you quote unquote.
I don't think the kid's got a problem with self-esteem. Okay. Let's see. So we saw Cleveland. I'm trying to think. Was there any other like major takeaways? Like most of the quarterbacks look good in preseason, right? Like, were there any other takeaways that you want to hit before we start this draft?
Yeah, pretty much everyone's looking good.
Yeah, so we can't take anything.
Those backups in Dallas are banged up, but I'm still not drafting Javonte Williams.
Jaden Blue sat out today. Miles Sanders was the lead.
Jackson Dart looked really good.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Jackson Dart looked really good.
I did the wagering world yesterday, and my bet for the NFC East was the New York Giants to win over 5 games, and my guy Cino laughed at me for like 15 minutes straight. What do you think, Tyler? Can the Giants win more than 5 games?
Maybe.
All right. I'm going to throw this up on the screen, Tyler.
I'd have to sit here and go through their schedule more.
All right. Let's not do that right now. I'm going to put this on the screen. I'm going to have you count down the draft, and you just run the show for like 45 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right. We're going to go ahead and count this down. We will start 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see how many we need, if we're going to get any extra people in here. 5 out of 12, so still fill that lobby. Tim in the chat says Brady will the Raiders to be champs again. I think Seymour is involved too. I could see Brady turn them around. Our guy OG Mike is in the chat. Let's see where everyone's.
I'm loving Tim's positivity.
Oh, 3.
What do you think, Mike Rob? Did you time me? I think that was pretty.
We're in the 7. Oh, we're in the 8. Yeah, we're in the 8. And it doesn't look like our guy Spunky made it into this draft room. So that week 8 agreement is right out the window.
What do you mean? He's drafted with us like every single show. Like, how did that happen, Spunky?
He's not in our draft.
I guess he probably pissed at you for not making the agreement.
No, that's the best ball god saying you don't make those kind of agreements. We're not letting you two draft together.
Yeah, I guess so. They were worried about collusion, huh? Spunky, you almost got us kicked off stream. No, I had a good time talking some football with Spunky.
That's our guy Hoop in that picture in this one spot. It's not Hoop's account, but that is a picture of Hoop. Yeah, it's not him, but it's a picture of him in that one spot.
I can't.
That's what I looked at.
What's the name?
You gotta
of the
look
team?
really close.
I can't scroll it. And I am my reading glasses. Maybe I can.
He's making.
And he has a picture of Hoop.
Yeah, you can see the ship it on the shirt.
That's so crazy, man. What are you gonna do one day when it's my picture on one of these drafts and you see it's not me?
It's gonna be a good one. I've seen Keg on one of these before.
Was it really Keg, or did someone use his picture?
No. You think Keg's drafting basketball team spread?
Why wouldn't he? He's really good at handicapping football. And he does, I'd say like 90% of his bets are player props. How could he not do good at this?
You know him, spread.
The only reason my guy 5-star doesn't do it is because they're not allowed to do it in Nevada.
Do you say it with a straight face? Do you think he is looking at football? Say it with a straight face. Do you think he is looking at football in June and July?
Yes. I think he looks at football every day of his life. I think he looks at football and that Taylor ham or whatever they used to.
You actually don't know Keg then.
You know him a lot better than I. You guys were super good friends before I came on the show. You had hung out with him for like a year before that.
It's more of like a ramp up thing once football season rolls around spread. It's not like we're going to look at this all summer.
Well, I love looking at it all summer because I feel like right now, if I get invited, like yesterday we did the Wagering World and we did NFC East preview. It's like, obviously I looked some stuff up, but for the most part,
we're
already done. All right. We're taking Ashton Genty, right?
No.
You're just no selling that. We're not even. I can't even get a response out of you today.
We just talked about his ADP going down. Let's draft him at 8.
No, that's why I was trying to get a rise out of you.
Excuse my language, but did you walk away and fucking get high?
No, I no longer smoke, Tyler. I am no longer a smoker. Malik, right?
Malik Neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. Okay. You want Genty on the bring back if he's there?
If he's there, yes, we'll take him.
Okay. All right, I'm trying to think of.
So you've given up on the Devils' lettuce spread. OMG thinks you did get high.
I have like these gummies.
I mean, that still counts.
But I can't just go outside and then come back baked. Like, you eat those and they take like an hour and a half to kick in. But no,
you told me you were eating them the one day. I don't know.
Yeah, I do kind of smash through them. But actually, the one I held out, they're like these knockoff brands of like a real good one. And I don't think they're like very legit at all. They'd be like a 1% alcohol beverage.
So we're up in 3.
Okay. We got to say something though. After hyping up Drake London, if he's on the board, we have to take him. I don't care if Genty's still there. If Drake London's on the board, he's our first option.
If any of these first 3 make it to us, they're getting picked. There goes Genty.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. To be honest, I think I'd rather have London than Genty.
And then I'm going to have to rip you off of this ledge here if they both get picked.
Why?
Because I'm not picking a tight end at 17.
I know. I agree with you there. Even if he's probably like the best tight end that's played football since Todd Christensen. But
I
still a tight end.
I'm not arguing that.
Yeah. No, I don't want Chase Brown. No. I want AJ Brown or Jonathan Taylor.
They released his backup. He has no backup, and he's in the best offense, Brad.
Fine. Okay, fine. He's just not very good. Like when was the last Chase? What's the last Chase Brown highlight where you're like?
The entire end of last year.
No, it was all just dump off, and then he runs, and then he gets tackled, and it's just like James Conner. It's just all workload.
Yeah.
Nothing
13,
exceptional
13,
about
26, 24, 19, 23, 29.
Based on workload. I'm not saying we're not going to get a lot of points. I'm just saying I want players that are exciting.
If we drafted everybody you argued for every time, we'd have the same team every time. Because every time we get into that range of 15 to 18, I want AJ Brown.
That's the point of the show. That's the point of the show. I make my takes, and then you correct me, right? I mean, this is how we work together, right? You prevent me from just having 150 versions of the same team.
It was like one guy different, and it's the last guy.
OMG,
I'm refreshing this draft. It is choppy as can be.
OMG ate a brownie, so he's going to enjoy this too. Jim says, I hope one of these streamed ones wins. Bro, if one of the stream draft really won the whole thing, Tyler, how many times would you rewatch the show? I'm thinking 100 plus for me.
I'm going to be
probably
honest.
Listen to whatever show we drafted it on every single day for like 100 straight days.
I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't watch it.
Well, you're serious. We went $2 million, and you don't want to go see the show where we did it, where each time I'm like telling you, who do we want real quick?
Josh Allen.
Okay.
Josh Allen or Xavier Worthy.
I want Devontae Adams, but that's fine.
Why? We just talked about Stafford being hurt.
All right, Xavier Worthy. The only thing we hate, don't we hate Buffalo's playoff schedule?
Like, this is...
Doesn't Buffalo have the shittiest playoff schedule? 15, 16, 17 for Buffalo. Pull it up. It's like at Philly, at Baltimore. It's like
at
terrible.
New England, at Cleveland, and then home for Philly.
Yeah.
I'm convinced, like, you legit forget what we talk about before these drafts start.
You're the one. No, me. We did a whole show last week where we said we were not drafting Nick Chubb, and then you drafted him.
Not even 20 minutes ago, we said Stafford's hurt. We're bumping Puka down. We're taking Drake London.
I know, but I didn't say round Devontae. I said
round 3 rolls Puka. Around, and spread goes, I want Devontae Adams.
We were talking about Puka, not Devontae.
Who's wide receiver 2 to the guy we're fading. Why?
Because Devontae might be a better wide receiver than Puka, and we're getting him 2 rounds later.
No quarterback spread.
We've
seen him play with the guy who's going to play.
He's got the guy that looks exactly like me, Jimmy Garoppolo. We're set. We're good either way. Let's go to the board.
But if he looks like you, that motherfucker's washed.
Go back to the main board.
You lined that one up perfectly for me.
Yeah, I did. All right, you know who I want, so we're not going to take him.
We're not taking any Kenny Walker.
I would say DJ Moore, but I don't want Caleb. DK's all right.
Want to take Jalen?
You know I love Travion. Travion looked good. Travion looked good in preseason. Tyler, let's overreact and grab him. Or Cortland Sutton. All right, that's a pretty good pick. All right.
God, their playoff schedule don't look fun either. Home for Buffalo, at Baltimore, at the Jets.
Who's that?
New England.
Say it one more time.
Home for Buffalo, at Baltimore, at the Jets.
Yeah, that's probably the last time we draft a New England player.
I try to keep you off these guys, but you get excited about one little play.
What one little college career where he was awesome. Just one little career. Just one little national championship.
Kick return touchdown that wouldn't get us any fantasy points.
All right. Mike said, Tyler, you complete spread as a drafter. This is soon to be a Hallmark movie. And Tyler probably wouldn't even watch that either. He's just too cool. OMG's throwing some emojis in the chat.
Hear me out, spread. We're going to talk some trade hypotheticals now. Is there any way James Cook?
This is not the NBA. No.
But is there any way James Cook and Scary Terry get swapped?
No, you asked me this question last week, and there's no way. First of all, in this new league, a wide receiver is worth way more than a running back. So they'd have to throw in draft picks. And I don't know. I just think at this point, Terry means so much more to Jaden that he could potentially mean to Josh Allen. And this isn't basketball. Like, we can't just plug and play these guys. Being familiar with the system means so much. No, this is all negotiating on both sides, I think. I see our Najee truther in the draft, Felix. If you have any Najee updates, let us know. I'm still convinced that they're buying him out. Mike Robb with just dropping facts in the chat. Jimmy G uses my photo for his dating profile. Tyler, what you know about that? No comment, huh?
I mean, you do kind of.
I just can't get you to say shit today. What's up?
I was going. I mean, you got to let me open my mouth, spread. Like, I'm not 8 cups of coffee.
Maybe I need to get high and slow down.
Trying to study the board over here, figure out who we're picking next. I'm not worried about washed ass Jimmy G. Now he's gonna miss everyone on slants.
Yeah, right, dude. He was fine. He was fine in San Francisco. You guys did not give him credit at all.
Whoa. We're just gonna gloss over the fact that he played for your favorite team and he was a trash can.
That was Josh McDaniels' fault.
Yeah, it was. And it was Josh McDaniels' fault. He played good in New England too, wasn't it?
What's up?
I said it was Josh McDaniels' fault. He played good in New England too, wasn't it?
Probably. That was Brady's. Influence. Where are we going? I want RJ Harvey.
You want to cripple our fucking wide receiver room.
Or Ibuka.
We're taking Rice.
No. No, he's not playing the first 6 weeks. We need Ibuka, and we can grab Baker, your favorite guy.
Anytime a rookie pops up, I got to fucking talk spread off a ledge because all he wants are guys that show up in preseason.
I almost missed one of my home league drafts because I thought I committed to a wedding at the same time. And I told my buddy, just draft whatever rookie's the highest on the board. And
you scream for RJ Harvey. We'd have 3 running backs and 2 wide receivers. And then you see Ibuka and you want Ibuka.
The 3 running backs still could be our flex. And Ibuka is an excellent player. Todd Bowles, who is not known to give out praise, said he could be a number 1 on multiple teams. And I believe in Todd Bowles. Where are we going next? I mean, both my guys are probably still going to be on the board. Tyler, can you throw me a bone here?
Yeah, that's why we didn't pick them, because you were trying to draft them way ahead of where they
But why did we pick a guy that's not even going to play for the first 6 weeks?
Because when he shows back up, he's going to be wide receiver 1 on their team, and we're going to draft his quarterback. And when we win the whole thing, because he plays good at the end of the year, I can rub that in your face.
When is Mahomes still on the board? If we want Mahomes, don't we need to get him this round?
Yeah. 74. I mean, we could try and wait him out.
That means we're not getting RJ Harvey or Egbuka. Oh, I'm so sad. No, it's fine. We don't have a lot of Mahomes shares.
We could try.
We might as well.
We could try and get Egbuka. If Egbuka makes it, I'm picking him. Goddamn it! I was trying to get the words out. There's so much caffeine coming out of you. I can't get my words out.
Bro, I didn't even have that much coffee today because I don't have my Torani right now, so I'm just drinking it with just milk, and it's just not as good. Bro, sugar-free Torani salted caramel. Pardon?
What even is that?
It's an Italian flavoring that Dutch Bros puts in their coffee. So I started doing that.
Look who we got. Look who we got.
I think it's a great pick, Tyler. I'm really glad that you listened to me.
And we only got the other receiver too on top of it, who wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe. Because I think a lot of people are like me and they're scared of that 6-game suspension and they're worried he comes back. And we've seen what happens sometimes when guys don't play.
Have they officially punched the 6-game suspension in?
No, I'm just assuming, like I assumed with Keenan Allen, and I was right about Keenan Allen, so I'm assuming I'm going to be right about this too.
Listen, I'll give you a slight victory lap on the Keenan Allen thing.
A slight one, bro. I'm tired from running in circles.
You want to know why? You want to know why?
Why?
Because the dude didn't fucking pick up a phone for any other team in the NFL.
Yeah, that's what I knew.
Yeah, that's why you only get a slight victory lap, because everyone knew he was only going to the Chargers.
Not everyone, because he went up 44 spots in ADP on Underdog since being signed.
Yeah, because he was a free agent before that.
But we were still drafting him thanks to my knowledge.
Some people were, but other people were just like, we don't want anything to do with that.
Well, I'm just saying, I was right. I'm like, it's so tiring and so right. I mean, Brock Bowers just nailed it last year. Unbelievable. I mean, then
don't
give you his destination.
Don't.
What do you mean? I had Brock Bowers in like 50% of my drafts. I had like 50% Brock Bowers exposure last year.
Can we talk about the other 2 50%ers?
No, that's not how touting works, Tyler.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Who was the third one? I already know little McDonald's. Who was the third one that I was wrong on?
You got Zamir White and Jaleel McLaughlin.
Oh, okay. Zamir White. Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's see. Spunky says Nick Chubb went 42 in one of my drafts.
I see Nick Chubb go in the first round in a draft.
No way.
I swear to God.
You want to cripple our wide receiver. Yeah, James Young thinks that you're sending me to jail, Tyler.
No, he was talking about when I took Rice. When I was like, you want to cripple our wide receiver and take another running back, and then I took the guy who's
because he's calling me the takes guy, and I'm going, oh, takes guy going to jail. Okay, never mind. I thought he meant that I was the takes guy. Like, you're on here with the information, and I have the hot takes. We'll get to Felix right after that. But who's J/M? Switch over, Tyler. We got to strategize. You're just doing this so I can't tell you what rookie. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get him.
There should be no reason.
Tyler, are you like getting good at this?
We're not. There is no talking to me about this pick.
I know, but I'm just saying you.
I try to talk you off of ledges and let you know the strategy.
You push back,
I try to get you in on the strategy. All you do is just See, I can't even explain it because you're already over talking me and you want to talk about rookies.
I just think that all this time
I try and
drafting
talk
with me,
spread on
Tyler,
their strategy, and then he's like, Ibuka, Harvey, Henderson.
I just think all this time drafting with me has really helped you develop. Like, it's just like if you sparred with John Jones every day, you're going to get way better as an MMA fighter. I feel like I'm the John Jones here of this best ball drafting, and you're just getting better and better, just absorbing all the knowledge. Nothing. You sell so much of my stuff. All right, what is Felix saying here? What about JM? Who is that?
I got nothing. Jacoby Myers?
Oh, he's talking about Jaleel McLaughlin. He's probably talking about that take.
Oh.
Because I was saying how awesome I was for getting Keenan Allen and Brock Bowers, right?
He said,
all right, get back to the board. Pardon?
Mike Robb said we need to fight.
All right. He says, there's too much tension with you two. You need a Vegas trip together. And if one of you doesn't come back with a lost tooth, you need to do it again. No, I think he wants us to get drunk and just wake up with a bunch of women and a baby in our hotel room. I think that's what he wants, Tyler. All right. Where are we going next?
Jordan Mason.
We don't want Tyler Warren.
We have 2 running backs.
All right, fair enough. I'm glad that he got you. We are going to cripple our wide receiver room. Takes guy going to jail. Tyler, are we drafting Henry Ruggs with our 20th round pick since we're into jail wide receivers? Get some Jordan Addison here too.
Hell, we might get some Jordan Addison because they play Vegas in week 15. Might have to get that guy. Might have to get the next guy that's going to play good quarterback for Minnesota and J.J. McCarthy.
Bro, looks like J.J. McCarthy is going to be a serious downgrade. That's all I have to say. You heard it here first. Serious downgrade.
What the hell were you watching?
Him, sit there and not make plays?
I can't wait to watch this one. This is going to be fun to watch by week 6. I can't wait.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be so fun because it's just me last year. You're going to be like, Darnold's a bum, and it's going to take you to week 17 to get
it ain't going to take that long in Seattle spread.
No, idiot. He's going to be great up there. JSN.
No offensive line. Playing outdoors.
Line's getting better. No Fant's gone, so just the whole locker room feels better. Not having
2 slot receivers and one of them's washed.
I mean, why are we against clean things all of a sudden? All right, I'm going to check on the chat, Tyler. All right, yeah, so I was correct. He was messing with me about Jaleel McLaughlin. Felix, everybody's been wrong before, just once. I want you guys to know that I'm human. I'm not a sentient AI built in the mold of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jones was undefeated spread.
Not against
he was never wrong.
Not against the law.
Yeah, but when he got in the cage, which is equivalent to our best ball lobbies, he was
I saw John Jones. I saw John Jones suffer takedowns at the hand of the officers in New Mexico. All right, Tyler, get us back to the mainstream, so I can help you. I can help guide you to the next proper pick since I've done such a good job so far.
Oh God! Oh God!
What? Tyler Warren?
There's 6 rookies on this board.
Jaden Higgins, boss. Tyler Warren, boss. If we would have had some Niners, if we would have taken Pierce out instead of whatever receiver we took in that round, I would have said Purdy, but we probably went all in with Mahomes. If you wanted to take Baker, I wouldn't hate it. I would rather have Jaden Higgins.
Imagine saying that when we have Emeka Ibuka that we scream from the rafters for.
The only reason I'm saying that is just because we already invested a lot of draft capital in Mahomes. Ideally, he's our quarterback 15 of the, 12 or 13 of the 17 weeks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just messing with
ideally, Mahomes is just back to being MVP caliber player, and our backup doesn't hit the lineup. I'd like Jaden Higgins or Michael Pittman, please, or Tyler Warren.
We'll take Higgins. I'm down for Higgins.
All right. Scataboom on the way back.
Depending what's here.
Right. Let's check the chat. Tyler was talking about knowing who had good hands earlier. Did he get that from Deshaun Watson or Justin Tucker game film review? What do you think, Tyler? How did you learn about those good hands? Is it true that you were hanging out with Justin Tucker in Western?
I'm going to be honest. I don't know where this is originating from. Like when I made this comment, I don't remember.
Way to get out of it.
Huh? So I must have been on the Ben Roethlisberger side of the spread. I just don't remember that night.
And you know where he was, Tahoe? Tyler, just an hour and a half away from me up in Lake Tahoe.
Nope. This is going to be.
Did you know, like, if I walk like 0.5 miles, Tyler, I'm in Tahoe National Forest? How cool is that?
That's pretty good.
But dude, no central ear right now, dude.
I gotta cut you off because I gotta make a case for what we're picking next because you're gonna sit here and scream at me and tell me no.
All right.
Joe Mixon.
No. Why would we do that?
Because we just drafted Higgins and then we come back with Stroud.
But do we need Mixon for that Stroud pick to be legit?
It'd be really nice to have when he shows back up.
When is that? Week 6 with Rashee Rice? I mean, we're going to be eliminated by then.
He just won anyway, so.
Okay.
Looks like Scatabo it is.
Or we do Tucker Kraft. Or Loveland. Or Mims. But we didn't want any more Green Bay, right? Because of their playoff schedule, right?
At Denver, at Chicago, home for Baltimore. That's going to be a rough one.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, I hate that.
Those are terrible matchups for wide receivers.
Yeah, I agree.
You get Surtain, who's going to cut off Matthew Golden in week 15.
Mm-hmm.
You get Chicago, who's probably the best as a whole unit secondary, and Jalen Johnson's the stud there. And then you're going to go play Baltimore, who just picked up Jari Alexander to go with Humphrey and Nate Wiggins. And they have 2 stud safeties. I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah. I agree with you there, Tyler. I hate when we agree. The viewers are going down now that we're agreeing. Everyone's logging off. All right. Well, at least J.J. McCarthy got drafted. We didn't fall into that trap.
What's this guy building with them? They got Jefferson. That's why.
Is there any teams that are dead already? I haven't really been looking at the board. A lot of 3 quarterback builds.
1-4-5, 1-3-5-1, 1-3-4-2, 2-2-5-1, 2-2-5-1, 2-4-4, 2-2-5-1, 1-4-5. No, I mean, no one's out there doing.
It's not like last week where we had 2 dead teams in the pod.
I don't like the fact that this guy's got 2 running backs, 5 receivers, and 3 quarterbacks now.
Who?
The guy that picks in the 5 spot.
You don't like that for us or for him?
For him. He went Barkley, McConkey, Jacobs, Hurts, Metcalf, Pearsall, Jennings, Reed, Purdy, Loveland, Love.
At least he's somewhat correlated, but I agree with you. All right.
Can I take my guy?
Where are we going? Who's your guy?
Jaden Blue.
Sure. I mean, he's a rookie. When am I going to say no to that? It's like, do you want steak for dinner? Like,
sure.
When have I ever said no to that?
Remember that one time we made you eat White Castle and you thought it was the nastiest thing ever?
Bro, I was so excited because the Beastie Boys rapped about it 40 years ago. And I was
it's so nasty.
It's so gross.
That was so funny. You come across the room, you're like, why am
I thought it was going to be like In-N-Out or like Whataburger or whatever, Fat Burger or whatever the popular one is.
No, it is like the bottom of the barrel.
It is literally terrible. Like, I think that like you get a burger from 7-Eleven, it would taste better.
That was so funny. So this is disgusting.
Yeah, I was so amped up for it too, and it was just what a disappointment, dude. I would make some stupid online dating joke, but let's just pick who we're going to draft next. Chat, hook us up. Why is the chat so slow today, Tyler? I think this is one of our better shows. We both have energy. We gain great moods.
I don't know. Maybe we're just not feeling it today, Spread.
Yeah, quiet chat. I guess, yeah. I guess not, huh? All right. Where are we going next? So, what?
I disagreed to Spunky's agreement about weekday buys. Guess what? We don't have a single one on our team.
Yeah, we actually did it, Spunky. Did he probably left too? He probably just
he 100% left. He left because he's not sniping our guys now.
Yeah, he's probably he went to some other streamers and draft sniping them. Where are we going yet? I kind of still like Trey Harris more than Keenan Allen. What do you think?
And Trey Harris supposedly has drop problems.
I don't like Dylan Sampson. I don't like Trey.
There goes Trey Harris.
I don't. I mean, I'm not against Keenan Allen at this point. We still don't have a tight end.
Keenan Allen?
No, because it's a bad ADP price. Let's go for someone else. Let's scroll down a little bit. Rashad White. Rashad White.
We need a wide receiver.
We can dig Allen if you want. We talked about this before, but we're going to be competing against teams that got him at 180.
Yeah, but are we sure them guys even built their 18 to get to 180 to pick them?
Yeah, well, we won't relitigate this. Let's ask the chat. Felix, what do you think about that? Felix and Mike Robb, I'm asking you two specifically because you guys have been active. I hate drafting Allen at 130 when he was going at 180 with the idea that I'm competing against teams that go at 180. Tyler thinks I'm being a dumbass. Your thoughts. All right, Tyler. Where do we go next?
Excuse me. We're not have to get a tight end here soon. Probably get a second quarterback at some point.
Didn't we get our second quarterback?
No.
You didn't get CJ?
No, you wouldn't let me draft Mixon.
We don't need Mixon for CJ.
And CJ was gone already.
Okay, that's a better answer. Who are we looking at next? You know, I want that rookie wide receiver in New England, but the playoff schedule sucks.
Yeah, CJ came off the board right after we picked Blue. That's the next pick.
Just because, like I said, I think the key to this team is Mahomes returning to a top 5 fantasy quarterback. You know, if he does, we're just set. Because we'll be competing against people, you know, if he's as good as Allen and Jackson, they all spent second and third round picks for him, and we got him in round 6?
Take your guy as our backup.
Who, Darnold?
No, your actual guy.
Geno Smith?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. He's got good inside numbers, and we got a great playoff schedule there.
Yeah, I got the week 17 correlation with Neighbors and Scatterbo. Could even get a Thornton or a Jack Beach late. Najee Harris, 160. Unbelievable. The year this man's finally supposed to take over, not only does his team draft a stud running back, but he blows his eye out. Take Gino. Oh, Gino got the pick before us.
Who's sniping us now? Strange.
He fucking sucks, but
fine. McMillan.
I already took him.
Why do you think he sucks?
He does.
Why?
He had one game where he had double-digit targets. I think if you added up all his targets from the rest of the year, he might just pass that 11.
All right. I don't have anything to come back with you on that, but I still think he's good. I think that was a great pick. Good job.
We just got to hope Cohen just turns him into like K-Dot 2.0. Catches us some touchdowns. We can get some rushing yards out of Jonnu Smith.
How close are we? I don't want Jonnu Smith. How close are we to the pick? All right, let's talk about our pick, and then the chat helped us out. They put some funny stuff in there for us to talk about.
They're open 5.
Who's standing out to you besides the excellent man that is named Sam Darnold?
No one. Likely.
So what are we gonna do? I'm down with that. Oh, Jalen Wright, dude, he got all the goal line carries and he didn't get in. Does that mean anything in preseason, Tyler?
I mean,
we got 4 different goal line carries and no touchdowns.
Just on the outside looking in, why would they ever think he's the goal line back when Ollie Gordon was like the bruiser of the backfield and the other 2 are the speedsters? You see what I'm saying?
Bill said so.
Yeah, the idiot that can't keep himself out of trouble said that the fast guy is the goal line back. Yeah, let's believe that.
We didn't draft him.
Who? Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, you seem to love people that are going to jail.
We haven't picked Tyreek Hill all year, spread, unless you scream for him.
I'm just fucking around with you about that Rashee Rice pick. I'm sure the chat got it. Here, I'm going to go to the chat real quick because they put some funny stuff in here. All right. How often does Spread rock out on Beastie Boys and smoke a blunt? I'm thinking 3 times per week. Nope, I don't smoke anymore, Mike Rob. I have great breathing.
I have great breathing.
Yeah. Felix agrees with you, Tyler. Big surprise there. But he says Allen's good wherever you draft him. Mike Rob says, if you really believe Allen is still good, you do have to bite the bullet and get exposure as it comes to you. If not, you have to continue your fade and just hope your pick in that round is better. But, Mike, what if we've been drafting him at 180 this whole time, so we already have a decent amount of exposure? Mike Rob says, I am out on Keenan, Missionary 6 Allen, so at 69, 130, 180, or 420, I'm out. And boom, hit all the puns. What's 130 and 180?
You're asking me?
Yes.
I got no idea.
Mike Ruff says great breathing is overrated. I don't know, dude. I think it's like necessary for life. I think when you stop breathing, you die. Okay. Where are we going?
Rico.
Well, let's take Merritt.
We already clicked Rico, buddy.
We got a Rico case. What do you think of Merritt? They had a nice conversation about him on Justin and Andrew's show this week.
I think the guy, like the guy's labeled as the fastest guy in their room. I think he could be good.
Yeah,
but is this going to be the same thing with Thornton? Like, it's going to be 1 year too early. Like, Robinson's in a contract year. He's going to play his ass off as much as he can to try and get some money. Like, I think Corkscrew Merritt's a really good player. I don't know if I want to draft him as high up the board as he is now.
Yeah,
this is the dude we were snagging the 18th round every draft spread.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, let's do our draft pick right now, and then I want to talk to you about the other thing from Andrew's show. Oh, 130 and 180 were the numbers you were talking about, old man. The future is now, old man. Tyler, where are we going next?
You already said it, spread. You just didn't know it.
Pat Bryant?
Nope. You just said it. You literally just said it. You just didn't know it.
Say his name and he appears.
Repeat that saying that you just said.
Say his name and he appears?
No. How many times we got to teach you this lesson? Old man, we're taking Rodgers. We need another quarterback.
We're taking Aaron Rodgers?
We don't have a second quarterback.
Bro, did you see the video you sent me?
Yeah, I don't care.
Bro. Tyler sent me a video, and Aaron Rodgers looks so slow.
We need a backup. If at this point our backup's gonna be Tyler Shaw, if we just kept drafting rookies and running backs,
He might be better. He can actually move.
His first pass of his ever NFL career was a pick six. I want nothing to do with that.
All right. OMG likes our QBs. Okay. I mean, to be fair, we got some MVP awards.
I mean, Rodgers
we might have the most MVPs of anyone in this pod.
Rodgers did put up decent fantasy numbers.
Yeah, he's fine for a backup. Okay, so I got to tell you this, Tyler, and you're not going to get this either. Hopefully someone in with me. Mike Robb in the chat. So, Mike, did you see Andrew and Justin's show where they're talking about Oregon Trail and they call it like they didn't even say it right. It was like dysentery or something. I'm like, dysentery? Can you believe that Justin and Andrew did not know what dysentery was? Mike, Rob, you have to be there with me. Tyler, do you know what dysentery is?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I've heard of the Oregon Trail game before.
Okay. It's a disease that you would die of in the game. And it's a very painful disease that I don't think human beings get in 2025. Thank you. What were you just like me? Like, how do you not know what dysentery is, Mike? All right. Let's go to this question from Mike Robb. Isn't Darnold just a younger Lego first-based version of this Aaron Rodgers? Great question, Mike Robb. Tyler, that one's for you.
I'm going to be honest, I wasn't listening because we're up in 3 picks.
Okay, we'll ask after the pick. Pat Bryant, right? We took Chase Brown. We could add Josh Brooks.
I don't mind Pat Bryant. I wouldn't mind just getting the Calvin Austin, just a connection with Rodgers, just some kind of connection.
That's fine. We have a lot of Pat Bryant already, and I don't think we dropped.
And the thing about Calvin Austin is when he does catch the ball, it's going to be like that deep ball down the sideline, touchdown.
And we're just looking for spike weeks at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, grab him.
Or do we wait and take Roman Wilson?
Why not both?
Right.
We don't have any exposure to these players at all. Like, this is kind of fun. And the way we drafted earlier, I mean, these people aren't even getting to our lineup.
I don't think he's been drafted. I don't know why he would have been drafted.
Yeah, no one drafted him. All right, Tyler, this question is for you.
He's still there.
Isn't Darnold just a younger Lego-faced version of this version of Aaron Rodgers? Your thoughts, Tyler?
I mean,
can't handle pressure. Nice arm. Locks in on one receiver.
Yeah, it's kind of what Darnold is, but he doesn't lock in on one receiver. He just holds the ball too goddamn long. Like, once he gets sacked one time, he's like petrified to throw the ball.
Good thing it takes till week 17 for that to happen.
That was last year's spread. Every other year in his career, it's happened way early.
Yeah, and he grew, and he grew up as a person, Tyler. No forgiveness in your heart at all, Tyler. People can get better in their lives. They can improve. I think we go Shador, Monagay, or Giddens.
Smarter guy spread. Be nice.
You want him?
Yeah.
All right, Mike Robb says definitely they were not Oregon Trail diehard. We're not. I thought we agreed not to never mention his name ever again.
I knew that would interrupt the conversation.
For our next stream, Mike Rob, we're not gonna stream a best ball draft. We're just gonna give out fantasy football takes while we play Oregon Trail. Would that be a good stream there? Mike Rob will go over our top 10 players at each position, and while we're playing Oregon Trail, what do you think, Mike Rob? Will that be a hit with the best ball streaming community? Your thoughts? Yeah, I mean, I died a lot in that game, Felix. It wasn't an easy game. It definitely wasn't as easy as Super Mario Brothers, that's for sure. Who are some of these late round guys that we like now, Tyler? I see my guy Dante Thornton's off the board.
I don't hate taking a shot at the Smith kid for the Chiefs. Probably target some Noah Gray.
Yeah, I love Noah Gray.
Roman Wilson.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's probably it.
Everybody loves Jalen Coker. So the two best ball darlings on the board, or best ball Twitter darlings on the board right now are Jalen Coker. And who's the other one that everybody likes? Scroll up a little bit. I swear I just saw him.
Lambert Smith, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's Tesla. He already got drafted. They love Tesla. Yeah.
This Jordan Whittington, somebody to keep an eye on, too, for the Rams.
We had a couple. Remember, he got really hot last year in the middle of August. Remember, we were drafting. Wasn't Van Jefferson? Who was the guy we were drafting?
It would have been Tutu.
Anyways,
DeMarcus Robinson.
It might have been Tutu Atwell, but it's DeMarcus Robinson. You're right, DeMarcus Robinson. And then Whittington came on our scene due to preseason performance, or came onto our radar, and we drafted him. And if I remember, on the teams I drafted him, averaged like 2 or 3 weeks. Yes, please. And then we'll do Roman Wilson with our last pick.
That's fine by me. My biggest thing about Whittington and why I want to keep an eye on him is McVay does this thing with his starters when it comes to preseason. All those guys sit. They do not play in the preseason.
Right.
Well, we knew Puka and Devontae weren't running routes in the preseason, but Tutu didn't either. And Whittington was also held out. There's your 4 wide receivers then.
Yeah. And I read that even though Tutu's a better route runner and probably just a better receiver, that Whittington is a better blocker. Mm-hmm. And therefore McVay
you got to block in that offense.
Positive. Well, he didn't want to put him out there he didn't want to put Tutu out there because if it was a non-obvious passing down, it made it, he felt that it was easier to disguise the play.
It was obvious, yeah.
Out there. Yeah. All right, so we have one pick left, and we're going. We need another quarterback, bro.
Well, you don't trust the 2 we got?
No, let's get a third one. Is Shedeur still out there?
No, you got picked. This is our
sharp room.
They're all going. They're all backups.
Yeah. You know who I
think we just take Roman Wilson. Just call it there.
I said we call Jalen. I said we get Jalen Milroe.
Outside of him just somehow getting in a random week, I just never think he beats out Mahomes or even Rodgers.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, fair enough. We'll go 2.
Wilson or Smith?
Wilson for this build, because we've been drafting Smith in the round 20 almost every show. All right, is there anyone in the chat you would like us to rate your team? Enter your team name now. Otherwise, Tyler, I don't think we have any of our friends in here.
Our guy OMG is in here.
Okay, let's do his team.
I can't believe I just drafted a fake person. All right, yeah, OMG. He still has 1 pick to go, but he's sitting at 3-4-9-3. It's a unique build.
Just so you know, Tyler, Mike Robb voted for the Oregon Trail stream while we give fantasy football takes.
I like that. But we got OMG started off. He went Bijan, McBride, Kyron, Zay Flowers, Travis Hunter, and Pacheco in his first 6 picks.
So I love the player takes. We've already talked about the dangers of going tight end in second round. But if you're going to, I mean, I'm fine with
Yeah, but he kind of balanced everything out. He's got 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. So he's pretty balanced to start. Come to the back, Golden, Fields, Coleman, Kraft, Burden, Tua.
That's kind of
one running quarterback, one guy who's got a lot of passing upside. I think a guy that could be tight end 1. Burden is looking good in camp. I'm not high on Coleman.
I like Burden a lot.
And he gets Tootin, Anthony Richardson, 2 guys that can explode. Tillman, Arroyo, Horton, Atwell, and Whittington. So he grabbed both of those Rams wide receivers. Then he finished.
Why didn't he grab Stafford? I should have had Stafford at some point. Do you think he was? Well, no, because he already was doing that after Stafford got taken.
Stafford came off the board. Where's he at?
Yeah, I think I would have had rather. Oh, he didn't have it. He would have had to grab. He would have had to go to a Stafford. That's a little early.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah. So. All right, Tyler, any final thoughts?
No, not really. I like our team. I mean, got a little rookie heavy, but that's what happens when we draft will spread. And we were going to win. Somehow, some way, this New York Giants Vegas game, Week 17, is going to be the winner.
Oh, for sure, dude. We just don't know what quarterback's going to play for New York.
Yeah. It's probably going to be Dart.
All right, I got one more. I'm sure it's going to be pretty funny right now, and then we'll get out of here. Mike Robb says, and I haven't even read this yet, Tyler. I'm just throwing it on the screen, and I'll read it with you guys. Tyler, is it true that with the recent draft spread, you asked Meg about whether Fanspeak has a therapist on call? Tyler,
I called and talked to him for 3 hours after every show on Tuesdays. My session starts at 5:30.
Can't top that.